Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Jeanette Byro here. I'm a medium and a channeler, and welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards, see what's in store with a message from Spirit. All right, this week I'm using the Lantern Oracle. And what an energetically interesting week this week. So much to... what I'm wanting to say. Spirit is showing me already. There are many different launch points. I'm seeing like many different cliff tops from which you can dive into the beautiful waters below. And so your launch point might look very different from somebody else's. Some of them might be higher cliffs, some are lower cliffs, but there are so many options this week. There's a very neat energy of, again, new beginnings, which does cycle around, but this many options is what I want to say. So let's get into it. While I'm shuffling, I do want to invite you all to, I'm hosting Lightworker Mentorship Group Circle on Wednesday night, where you can try out your spiritual gifts and abilities, whether you're brand new to it or you've been doing it for a long time. We meet in an open circle and explore our psychic gifts. So if you want to do that, you can sign up at avalonspirit.com. All right, this feels about right. Let's see, what are the messages for today? Here we go. Spirit showed me a really high kind of angelic energy presence right now. Those of the angelic realm, which can be many different kinds of beings, but it's that like high frequency realm is really apparent for many people right now. So that's very interesting. That's a great card for it. Oops, I'm stuck. Oh, beautiful. Oops. Okay, that one wants to come out anyway. It was stuck, but it wants to come out. Okay, so first things first, this is so interesting. The first card is called Circles, and it says, clarity begins in the eye of the storm. And what I really like too is this woman on the back of the horse she's older than the rest. She would be like the crone, the wisdom keeper. But this is the energy of that angelic realm that I'm talking about. This like high wisdom, information, clarity, pieces of understanding, those communications happening from your guides right now are really coming in as we maneuver these energies. And so I think this is a really neat indicator for you to tune inwards. Definitely tune inwards. The card that really wanted to come out, I'm going in different order here just for ease of clarity. The card that really wanted to come out is Radical Curiosity. It says, seeing as if for the first time every time. Radical Curiosity. And this is where that imagery of like standing on those different cliff tops, like notice where you're at. Are you being encouraged to dive in? Are you close to it? Are you a couple steps away? Like, what's happening in your inner realms and what's happening in the outer realms of your life? And do they match up? Are they in sync? Is there a connection from one to the other? Because again, remember, we are in the energy of movement. So radical curiosity is a great, great way to move through the world right now. Be curious. Be curious about the things that are in harmony with your frequency. And notice the things that aren't, because again, those are really clear indicators of which direction you need to be moving in. But the ones that are in sync with your curiosity, follow them because they're trying to show you something new. And that something new, I love this card, is Spirit Self. This card says, be who you are as you are. So these curiosities right now and this spirit communication right now is bringing you into closer connection with who you really are. And it's at that point of that cliff top edge is where you get to jump into who you really are and stand in that truth and, fly freely in that truth of who you are. And what I really like about this is in this picture, you can see that she's holding like an apple. And an apple really is the representation of knowledge. And, sorry, I have fluffs everywhere. It's a representation of knowledge, and eating the knowledge is like ingesting, taking in knowledge to further express who you are. And so you are intellectual, you are wise, you are, Spirit saying, a gatekeeper of knowledge in more ways than what you realize. And so really tapping into that spirit self will help you lead in the directions you want to go and lead those around you in offering directions that they can go by simply watching you. It's not about like telling people all the time what to do, but rather being an example of what is possible. And that can be in forms of kindness, in compassion, in new innovations, in new ideas, in like, it's endless. But connecting into your spirit self is a beautiful place to be. And so there's a real invitation now to really step into this, and the spirit guides will help you do that. Now, as you do that, there's a beautiful opportunity for repair. This card says repair. And this says making amends rather than fun times. It reveals a relationship's true constitution. And I think in this specific reading, this is really talking about making amends within self. We've been doing a lot of that. And I think this making amends within self, this repair, is what's allowing so many more people now to step into their soul consciousness, step into that higher realm of awakening within them, to really kind of move forward in these energies here. So much of that is because of what you've been willing to repair. So I think this is a really beautiful reading. And there's one more thing Spirit wants to say about this imagery. I'll hold it a little closer so you can see it. There's the energy also of seeing new levels of who you are. And they're saying, notice how the imagery on this card has the colors of like a peacock, and almost kind of like in here sort of looks like peacock energy. They're saying when a peacock fans its tail, it reveals something so much more about itself that has always been there with it. When the tail is down and just hanging behind them, the tail is there. It's there. It's behind them all the time. But when they actually put it, like stand up in their truth and their frequency and expand it, then you get to see the magnificence of who they are. And that really is part of the energy of this card, is recognize the magnificence of who you are. It's coming into so much more clarity. And it's not about like an egoic magnificence, but rather the magic and the awe and the magnitude of consciousness you contain, and how you can recognize that you are so much more than just a little human. You are a vast consciousness, and that your energy matters and who you are matters. And this is part of seeing the whole fan of that peacock of what's available versus just the tail that sort of kind of drags behind them. So I will leave that with all of you for today. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And thank you for the shares and the comments. And please subscribe if you're enjoying this. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.